Hello everyone, today I am going to describe the governing system of main turbine of the KW make. Okay, well, in this series of governing system I will cover up step by step one entity of a governing system. Okay, first let me describe some of the schematic of a governing system through this figure. Well, this governing, as you can see, it can be for 200 megawatt or 500 megawatt kW make turbine. But difference between the 200 megawatt and 500 megawatt kW turbine is that the control oil supplied is also from main turbine lube oil system. Okay, but in 500 megawatt there is a separate CF oil system is there. From there control oil is supplied. You see, this is not a big difference. Okay, so here first I would like to simply cover up the scheme. First, in the diagram you can see there is a control oil. Okay, I'm just considering we are having a control oil with us. Where it is coming from doesn't matter at that point. Okay, it may be from CF system or oil system according to the megawatt of the turbine. See, here is the control oil. See, you can see this oil is coming. Okay, now first when you want to reset your turbine, the turbine resetting means bringing starting device to the point of 0%. Okay, when your turbine trip oil drains, so to make trip oil generate or to get the trip oil pressure, or you just want to reset your turbine. Resetting turbine means generating trip oil pressure of turbine. Okay, so what are the things that are needed to generate trip oil pressure? Today I am going to discuss. Okay, so our point of discussion will be this area only. Okay, this is starting device and speeder gear system. Okay, so first let me describe the how governing works. Here auxiliary startup and startup oil generates startup oil through this solenoid test valve. This is a test valve, goes to resets our stop valves and stop valves open. Okay, from bottom there is startup oil which resets test valve and in turn generate stop valve opens or closes. Okay, resetting of stop valve is through startup oil which is generated from the bottom of the starting device. See, and from the top of the starting device there is a oil called auxiliary startup oil. This auxiliary startup oil goes to the hydraulic protection devices, that is main trip valve, overspeed trip valve, low vacuum trip drive, thrust bearing trip device. Okay, so here it resets these hydraulic protection hydraulic devices. So after that these auxiliary startup and the startup oil drains out and trip oil and auxiliary trip oil holds and our turbine is reset. Okay, here this works is done by starting device. Okay, so this is how our system works. Now this trip oil which is generated is utilized in opening of stop valves. Along with the same trip oil is used in governing hydraulic converter, ESG converter, and then it goes to through follow-up system to control valve openings. Okay, so I will cover up how these things work in the later slides, but first I am just discussing how starting device and speeder gear operates so that the turbine is resetted and our stop valves opens and our hydraulic protection are resetted, and how speeder gear performs and what are the initial conditions for turbine resetting and many other things related to that. So just come to that entity. I'm just covering only this entity right now. Okay, I will cover up the separate entity. This one is also separate entity, this one is also. So I will cover up all this. Okay, in the later videos. Today in this video I will only cover up starting device speeder gear operations. Okay, see in the next slide you can see this is the starting device. You can feel this starting device, this is the speeder gear. Okay, this is auxiliary follow-up piston is there. Here trip oil is coming from main trip ball. How it is coming I will describe in another video, but just focus, this trip oil is coming. Okay, this is orifice. Orifice are used to just increase the velocity or flow increment or velocity increment, in turn pressure drops. Okay, so you can see there are so many orifices are there in trip oil circuit. Okay, see in this enclosure, you can see there is a motor, a starting device motor. Okay, and there is also a hand operated wheel or hand operated knob. Okay, see these two works, these two do the same work. Okay, now in this video you can see that in this picture you can see that inside this casing there is a spool piece is there. Okay, is connected to speeder motor, starting device motor, and wheel arrangement, and at that bottom through this pivot, see the pivot is there, it is linked to speeder gear through a linkage. Okay, see first condition when trip oil when turbine or turbine has been tripped, the condition is like this. At that condition, control oil is coming and this path has been blocked, so control oil is in there. Okay, so there is no passage from this or this, so there is no startup oil or no auxiliary startup oil. See, at 0% of at any percentage. Okay, so for that, see 100% at tripping condition, trip oil has been drained out. Okay, now you can see as we reduce starting device reducing to the 0.0%. For that, what you will see, this will go upward. Now this path has been opened, and along with that this path is also opened. See here oil has been started coming. Okay, so as you reduce starting device, you can see that control oil is generating startup oil, and that oil is also contributing auxiliary startup, which will reset our hydraulic protection devices, and this will reset our stop valves, HP stop valves and IP stop valves. Okay, here after when you so either here startup oil and auxiliary startup oil has been generated. Okay, so at 0%, this oil has been generated. Now when you increase your starting device, after that what you will see, you will see that startup oil is connected, then again started to connect to drain, and that auxiliary startup is also connected to drain. Here drain, and again startup oil and auxiliary startup oil drains out from the system after resetting the stop valves and auxiliary protection device, and at that point trip oil and auxiliary trip oil takes the place, and hold the devices. Okay, so here by increasing starting device to say 42% in HP stop ball and 56% position of the starting device to open the IP stop ball fully. So around 56% you will see both your HP stop ball and IP stop balls open. Okay, so 56% opening of starting device ensures HP stop balls and IP stop balls opens and hydraulic protection device are reset in condition. Now what else you see in this, that this link is there. At start you will see that it has been compressed. Okay, it has been in compressed condition. The speeder gear is also connected through this link. See, this trip oil is coming and it will be fed to hydraulic governor and electro-hydraulic governor, and after that it will goes to governing valve. Okay, so while resetting and taking in consideration of starting device, you will see that in any condition governing valves need not to be opened before stop valve opening. So this pressure need to be reduced, or whole system is connected to it in drain condition. For that, this sleeve, you can see this is strip oil, path is like this, and this you can see this strip oil should be in drain condition. For that, this should be in compressed condition. Okay, okay, so when will this speeder gear comes in picture? See, a condition where our electro-hydraulic governing fails, or we just want to roll our turbine from a hydraulic system, then it is to be used in turbine rolling. Okay, so it takes oil system, oil supply from primary oil pump. Primary oil pump, well, it is main oil pump discharge. Okay, that main oil pump that is mounted on a pedestal of turbine, that is driven from turbine itself, it is taking a tapping from that. Here you will see pressure is proportional to n square. So anyhow in speed drops, pressure drops. So pressure, when pressure drops, then you will see this will go downward, this will go down, this whole sleeve arrangement will go downward, and you will see the draining stops. So when speed reduces, pressure reduces, the whole sleeve goes downward, and the draining also reduces. So draining, when draining reduces, so governing oil pressure increases, which is draining from there. Okay, so draining stops there. Same condition, when turbine speed is very higher, then pressure also increases according to n square. Then what will happen? This will feed, this will compress this diaphragm, and you will see whole sleeve arrangement will go upward. So here draining increases. So draining increases, then HP governing or IP governing oil pressure decreases from this, while it is in fact to hydraulic governor. So when auxiliary secondary oil, that is auxiliary secondary oil pressure decreases, then it will decrease the HP-IP governing oil pressure. So here you see, here you have seen how our starting device and speeder gear arrangement works. Well, auxiliary follow piston works or caters the need of the turbine by draining or not draining the trip oil, so that it maintains the speed of turbine according to grid requirement. Okay, so hydraulic turbine totally depends on speeder gauge. Starting device usually follows piston and that feedback from primary oil that is coming from pedestal of turbine. Okay, so here in this video I have discussed how starting device and speeder gear arrangement works, and how in case ESC fails, ESG electrohydraulic governing fails, how hydraulic turbine governing takes place. Hydraulic governing is the permanent governing. Okay, see, so in the next video I will discuss how our hydraulic governors and electrohydraulic governor works, and how the minimum selection will lead to control of turbine. Okay, and in upcoming video I also discuss how our stop valves opens, and how our protection system works, how our protection devices works, how our remote trip solenoid works, how governing oil works, and many other things related to governing, and how our trimming devices, load setting relays, tracking device, okay, will work. Okay, so keep watching. I will discuss in the next videos. Thank you.